Elon Musk has almost rocketed into the number 2 spot on the rich list with a whopping 151 billion US dollars fortune, adding a massive 126.4 billion US dollars in a year. Last year, he was ranked number 31 and was worth only 24.6 billion US dollars. The main reasons behind this huge jump can be attributed to a huge 705% climb in Tesla shares, according to Forbes. In the process, the business magnate also surpassed Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, becoming the richest man in the tech business. Elon Musk has been operating 3 major companies as CEOs, and all of them are seen doing fantastic business and are the darling of investors and the general public alike. Today, Musk stands at the helm of affairs in the tech business, but it wasn't always the same. Musk has gone through a significant amount of hard work, and his journey to success has been just as unconventional as he himself is. Anyone who's been following Elon Musk's career and life in recent years will know that the billionaire is anything but conventional. The quirky and rather swanky founder of Tesla and SpaceX is no stranger to being in the headlines, whether it's made by hanging out with the equally unpredictable Kanye West or selling flamethrowers through his venture The Boring Company. As a child, Musk taught himself to code and published his first product at the age of only 12, when he created a simple shooting game called Blastar. At the age of 17, he, along with his Canadian mother and his 2 siblings, moved to Canada for 2 reasons. The first being to gain Canadian citizenship, but also to avoid him having to enroll in the mandatory service in the South African military at that time. 2 years after arriving in Canada, Musk transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the US. While there, he and his friend, Eddie Orisi, rented a 10-bedroom fraternity house and converted it into a nightclub, where they charged its patrons to pay for the rent. So he had the intuitive business mindset from much before. Today, the world knows him as the co-founder and CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. But before he turned to producing electric vehicles and towards space exploration, Elon Musk helped create PayPal, a company that grew out of an online banking venture of Musk, which was called X.com. Elon Musk is a PayPal co-founder. I think X.com could absolutely be a multi-billion-dollar bonanza because if you are looking at the industry that X is pursuing, it's the biggest sector of the world economy, Musk told CNN in 1999. And as it turned out eventually, Musk wasn't exactly wrong with that assessment. Later, X.com merged with Confinity and became PayPal, which currently has a market cap of a whopping 307 billion US dollars. According to Business Insider, Musk also founded the searchable business directory called Zip2 with his brother, Kimball Musk, when he was only 24. That first company went on to become Zip2, a web software startup that created online city guides for newspapers. Musk and his younger brother founded the company in Palo Alto, California in 1995 and eventually sold it to Compaq for roughly 300 million US dollars in 1999. Musk directed the money from that sale in establishing X.com. Musk did use his 22 million US dollars profit from the sale to help start the online bank X.com. He once said about investing in new technologies, "It's sorta like a series of poker games, and now I've gone onto a more high-stakes poker game and just carried those chips with me," he told CNN in the 1999 interview, almost forecasting his use of PayPal earnings to help start Tesla and SpaceX in the coming years. "And I haven't gone and taken my winnings and spent a big chunk, but I've really just put almost all of it into a new game." By that point, Max Levchin and Peter Thiel had created the startup Confinity, which developed an online payment system called PayPal. In March 2000, Confinity merged with Musk's X.com, and the executives later renamed the company PayPal. When Musk's X.com merged with another company, he was named as its CEO. During his short-lived tenure there, Musk made the decision to switch PayPal servers, but the rest of the company's board didn't agree. He had a major argument over having the core functions of PayPal being run on a Linux system when he felt that something Microsoft-based would be better. He was later voted out of the CEO position by the board, but remained as a board member until the company was bought by eBay when he walked away with 165 million US dollars. It all started after the merger of X.com and Confinity. The board was not settled upon the direction where the company should go. Elon was pushing for an even comprehensive online banking system, while Thiel and the others were leaning towards peer-to-peer money transfer only. As a result, there was a lot of friction, even as the company burnt through a lot of cash to rope in users and keep the systems running. There was a culture clash when X got bought by PayPal. Elon was in charge of X and became the CEO of the combined company, and Peter Thiel took a leave of absence. The basic difference was over the opinions, where Musk wanted to switch from Unix to Windows. Max Levchin, who was the main tech guy at PayPal, hated that idea. However, Elon initially got his way and Max was marginalized. It was then that Max started looking into fraud cases and discovered fraud, albeit a low as a percentage of revenue, was growing rapidly. Max then persuaded the people on the company's board that his first priority should be to fix the fraud issue before it could kill them, and also that they didn't have the time to worry about the technology stack. Later, when Elon Musk got kicked out and Peter Thiel came back to PayPal as CEO, Max managed to squash the fraud problem. PayPal competitors either failed to get traction or got crushed by fraud. PayPal, being the last one standing, won eventually and got bought by eBay. Things came to a pass when Musk went on a holiday with his now ex-wife Justine. In his absence, the PayPal board called an emergency meeting and replaced Musk as CEOs. Musk tried to salvage the situation and cut his trip short to race back, but still couldn't sort out his differences. He was ousted and replaced by Peter Thiel. The betrayal made him more determined than ever to start SpaceX and Tesla, he said later. However, he remained the majority shareholder in the company, and when eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion, Musk ended up with a whopping $180 million. Even more significant than the money, though, was how Musk was inspired to move on. In his own words, going from PayPal, I thought, well, what are some of the other problems that are likely to most affect the future of humanity? He told graduates during his 2012 speech at the California Institute of Technology. It really wasn't from the perspective of what's the best way to make money. Elon Musk's PayPal payout was decent, and he in fact used his PayPal earnings to help start Tesla and SpaceX. The eBay purchase of PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002 was a big fat payday for the so-called PayPal Mafia. Almost all of them used their proceeds to start websites such as LinkedIn, YouTube, Palantir, Yelp, and other companies, most of which are successful today. Musk used his share of the PayPal payout to launch Tesla and SpaceX, his current companies, and also went on to establish another company called Solar City, a solar panel company that's now a subsidiary of Tesla. My proceeds from the PayPal acquisition were $180 million, Musk once stated. I put $100 million in SpaceX, $70 million in Tesla, and $10 million in Solar City. I had to borrow money for rent. But does Elon Musk own PayPal stock today? It seems that Musk doesn't own PayPal stock as of now. It comes from the fact that he revealed in 2018 that the only stock he owns is Tesla. I think probably one of the biggest misunderstandings is that I actually am not an investor. Musk said at the South by Southwest that year, according to CNBC. Sometimes people think I am an investor or that I invest in things. I actually don't invest in anything. In fact, the only public security that I own of any kind is Tesla. According to NASDAQ, several independent institutions hold 82.3% of PayPal shares. Some of the top institutional holders are the Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, Fidelity Investments, and T. Rowe Price. In 2017, Musk purchased the domain x.com from PayPal for an undisclosed amount, explaining it has sentimental value for him. This is how the tech billionaire Elon Musk established PayPal and later was ousted. But today, he is winning again by using his money wisely and putting it in businesses. That is all for today. If you like the video, press like and also share the video with your friends. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.